If you're working hard, maybe cutting back on takeout, skipping that extra streaming service, and you're still wondering why your bank account isn't growing, you're not alone. Because today, we're going to expose the #1 wealth killer that almost nobody talks about. And no, it's not coffee, or your phone plan, or even that gaming PC you've been eyeing. The real wealth killer? Your car. That's right. The thing sitting in your driveway, or parked on the street, or maybe even financed at a dealership right now. It quietly drains tens of thousands of dollars from you over the years. But the good news is, once you see how it works, you can flip the script and use that money to build real wealth instead. Let's break it down. Most people think their biggest expense is housing. And for most of us, that's true. But what comes right after that? It's not food. It's not utilities. It's transportation. And here's where the trap springs shut. At least your house might go up in value over time. But your car? It loses value the second you drive it off the lot. In 2025, Americans owe more than $1.64 trillion in car loans. That's the second largest kind of debt in the country, right behind mortgages. The average new car payment? A record $747 a month. And that doesn't even count fuel, insurance, repairs, or taxes. According to AAA, the true cost of owning and operating a new car is over $12,300 a year. That's more than $1,000 a month. Imagine, you could be putting that money toward your future. Instead, it's quietly vanishing. Let's break this down with real numbers because most people stop at the sticker price. Picture this, you go to the dealership. You see a brand new Honda Civic, reliable, fuel efficient, nothing fancy. The price on the window? About $27,800. Seems reasonable. But here's what that Civic really costs over 5 years. Depreciation, about $11,000. This is how much value the car loses just from getting older. Insurance, around $12,000. Fuel, roughly $6,500. Financing, about $4,700 if you have decent credit and put 10% down. Maintenance, at least $3,200. Taxes and fees, about $2,800. Repairs, roughly $1,800. By the end of 5 years, you'll have spent around $47,000 on a car that's now worth maybe $19,000, if it's in good shape. And that's not for some flashy sports car or giant truck. That's for a basic, reliable car. Let me tell you a quick story. A buddy of mine financed a new sedan right after he landed his first job. 3 years later, he wanted to trade it in, but the dealership offered him less than what he still owed on the loan. He actually had to pay extra just to get out of the deal. That's called being upside down or in negative equity, when you owe more than your car's worth, and it's more common than you'd think. Now here's where it gets painful. The opportunity cost. What if instead of putting nearly $800 a month into that car, you put that money into an index fund that tracks the S&P 500? Historically, the S&P 500 has returned about 10% per year on average. After 5 years, that money could have grown to over $60,000. After 10 years, more than $150,000. So while your car is losing value every day, your investments could have been growing. This is the real trap. It's not just the money you're spending, it's the money you're not letting work for your future. Let me ask you, would you rather have a slightly older car and be on track for a $150,000 portfolio, or have the newest model and still be stuck making payments in 10 years? So why do people keep making this mistake? Because we're sold a dream. Car companies spend billions on ads that tell us, success means driving something shiny and new. Social media shows us people behind the wheel of their luxury cars. And let's be honest, it feels good when friends or strangers notice your new ride. But here's the truth. That shiny car isn't making you rich. It's making the car company rich. The real flex? The person with the older, paid-off car and the growing investment account. Here's how to escape the trap and use your car as a tool, not a wealth killer. 1. Buy used, not new. Cars lose the most value in the first 3 years. A car that's 3 to 5 years old has already taken that depreciation hit, but still has plenty of life left. 2. Follow the 15% rule. Your total car costs, payments, insurance, gas, and repairs shouldn't be more than 15% of your take-home pay. 3. Keep your car for 10 years or longer. The longer you keep it, the more you spread out the fixed costs and avoid paying for depreciation over and over again. 4th, shop insurance every year. Put it on your calendar. One phone call could save you hundreds. 5. Learn basic maintenance. Oil changes, air filters, tire rotations. You can learn to do these yourself. Over time, this can save you thousands. 6. Avoid negative equity loans. Never borrow more than the car is worth. That's how people get trapped. 7. Think about location. Could you move closer to work? Could you go car-free? It might cost more in rent but save you thousands overall. Let's say smart car choices save you $300 a month. That's $3,600 a year. If you invest that at a 10% return, in 15 years you'll have over $118,000. That could be your down payment on a house, the seed money for a business, or the thing that lets you retire early. And all you did was make better choices about your car. Your car can be a tool that helps you build wealth, or a trap that quietly drains it. The difference isn't just what you drive, it's how you think about what you drive. Remember, the people who look the wealthiest aren't always the ones building wealth. It's easy to be impressed by someone's new car. But I'll tell you who really deserves applause. The person driving a reliable older car, paid off, who's quietly stacking investments and moving toward financial freedom. Imagine what would happen if, starting today, you made every decision about your car and your money based on what helps future you win. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you could look back and thank yourself for making smart moves instead of flashy ones. Cars lose value, but smart decisions, they compound, they grow, and they put you in control of your financial future. So don't let social pressure, clever marketing, or habit drain your wealth. You have the power to flip the script. Choose wisely today, and you'll be miles ahead tomorrow. If this opened your eyes to how easily wealth can slip through the cracks, do me a favor, hit that like button. It helps more people find these videos and start their own wealth-building journey. Make sure to subscribe, because every week, we're breaking down strategies to help you build wealth, block by block, step by step. And here's your challenge. Drop a comment below sharing one car-related decision you're going to rethink after watching this. Are you going to hold on to your car longer? Shop for insurance? Start investing what you save? Let's start a conversation, because your smart choices could inspire someone else. Thanks for watching MindCraft, where we build wealth, one smart block at a time. Stay focused, stay motivated, and I'll see you in the next video.